Thank you once again for joining us today. My name is Jess Feltz. I work with our customer success team here. Joining me today are Sarah Matern, who is one of our customer success managers, as well as Bree Campbell, who also works on our customer success team. Since most of you kind of signed up here within the last day, in case you're not aware of what we're talking about, we are talking about new features that we have added in 2022. So basically, we just wanted everybody to have an opportunity to take a look at what's new. If you're a longtime CompanyCam user and maybe you haven't really delved into new features, we want to make sure that you get a chance to look at that. Or if you're brand new to CompanyCam, we want you to absolutely know every one of these features that's available to you and some of the updates that we've made to some existing features. So by and large, that's what we'll be talking about today. Towards the end, we might talk about a couple of things that are rolling down the pipe soon enough. But if you do have questions, do feel free to throw them in the chat, or you can throw them in the Q&A section. Sarah and Bree will be responding to you there. There might be a chance, if it's a question that is relevant to everybody here in the class, they might just wait until we have a little pause there, and then I might just respond to you live. So if they don't get to you right away, just know that I might be the one answering your question, hopefully correctly. So let's go ahead and get started. So for today's agenda, like I said, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of features today. The very first thing that we're going to be doing is going through all of the pro features. If you're a longtime user of CompanyCam, you're probably on Pro. Pro is our standard feature set. That's kind of where everybody gets started out at. We've definitely added quite a bit here within the last 6 months to a year. And so we'll be talking about our to-do lists, our mobile reports and document uploads, assigning users, project contacts, as well as our new showcases feature, which is very cool. And then after that, we're going to be talking about our premium features. So this is something we haven't advertised a lot as of yet, but we have launched a premium tier. Our premium tier is definitely geared towards people who have kind of a sales mindset, who might need a little bit advanced feature set there in order to market or share their information as they may need to. So with that, we're going to be talking about video walkthroughs. We'll be showing you how to turn on your 4K video, which is also 10 minutes in duration. Then we'll be talking about how to turn on that ultra image quality that you'll have as part of the premium set. And then we'll talk about adding stickers and logos. And then also probably one of the biggest features there is going to be our report templates. So once again, if you do have any questions, throw it in that chat or throw it in that Q&A section. We'll get to you as quickly as we can. If it's relevant to a different feature, we might wait just a minute and respond to it when we're in there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about these pro features. Once again, pro is going to be what the vast majority of you are going to be on. That is our standard feature set that has basically all of the great stuff that you've come to love about CompanyCam. And we're continuously adding stuff to that. Even though we do have that premium tier, we are going to be continuing to add and upgrade our features in the pro set. So the probably biggest thing that we've added here within the last year is our CompanyCam to-do lists. So with these, you're actually able to create a task list, or if you're working something like project management or construction, you might have a punch list that you give to your crew at the beginning of the day that they need to fill out. Make sure that they get all of those photos that they need to collect. You might also need to get some additional information from them, such as a rating scale, or you might have specific questions you need them to answer. So the cool thing about this is you can also export these to-dos as PDFs. And then we also just launched something called community to-do lists. So we built out a library of existing to-do lists that you are actually going to be able to hop in, subscribe to. So that way you're not needing to create anything from scratch. You can go in there, grab what you need, have it available, and then you can assign it to projects as necessary. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to show you how to get those set up on the web version of CompanyCam. So you can do this on web and on mobile. I'm just going to show you on web here today, just because it's going to be a little bit easier to see. But probably the first thing I'll do is show you where you can find those community to-do lists. So like I said, this is a library of existing to-do lists that you can hop into and you subscribe to so you can use at a future date. So you'll see here, it's going to give me an indicator through all these lists. And some of these are going to be more general, like these getting started templates or these HVAC or painting templates. And then some of these are going to be from specific partners that you might be familiar with, certain platforms that you might use, and they have created custom to-do lists for you to use. So all you need to do is just jump into any of these. We'll just get started with the get started templates here. And if they have a large amount of to-do lists in their library, you can just click on this subscribe button. This would typically say subscribe. We're already subscribed. And this will add these templates to your library. Otherwise, you can go in, take a look at each one of these individually, and just click add. And then that will add them ad hoc per to-do list. So once again, if you do have one of these, from a partner of ours, it's going to work the exact same way. Just jump in there. It's going to show you what's available, and you can just add them as necessary. So to use those to-do lists, I'm going to hop into a project right now. I'm just going to jump into this project right here. And at the very top of your screen here, right underneath your address information and your title information, you're going to see this option for to-dos. So if I click on that, I already added one here. So it's going to show me my existing to-do list and how much of that's complete. And then if I want to create an entirely to-do list, a new to-do list, or if there's nothing in there, I can just go to this blue create to-do list button. If I click on that, it's going to allow me to click on this use existing template. So if I added those from the community, you'll see all those options up top here. So if I go to my getting started templates, for example, I can just jump in here and I can click on that one and we can add this to your to-do list and add that to the project. Now, if you are wanting to just create a brand new to-do list from scratch, you can do that as well. So when you get in there, you just click on that same create to-do list button and then just click on new to-do list. So I'm going to click on that and then we'll just say August 2022 to-do list. Going to create new to-do list. And then it will give you the option to just start adding tasks, or you can break this out into sections. So let's say we are working a roofing job and we need to add a section up front that is just exterior photos pre-tear off. I can just add that and then new task. So I'm just going to click on, and when I click on new task, I can just say west exterior, and then it will let me add notes or instructions. So photos of west exterior. And then I can indicate if a photo is required or not. So if it's just a task, I can turn that off. If it is a photo that we're needing, I can turn that on right there. Then when they try and check that off, if they haven't taken that photo yet, it will throw them an error requiring them to take that photo before they can move on. So the other thing I can do is I can add a question here. So I can say yes or no, and we'll just say, is there damage? And then they can answer yes, no, or non-applicable. And I can ask another question and I can give a rating scale here. So I'll just say level of damage. And then they can go 1 through 5, or once again, non-applicable. Once I'm done there, I can just move on to my next task, which is, we'll just say north exterior, and so on and so forth. And I can create that. Then I can bust that out into a new section and just do tear off. And then once again, start adding my tasks just the exact same way. So we'll just say west tear off. Once again, indicate if a photo is required. You can add those questions or notes as needed. So that will be saved to that project now. Now, if this is a to-do list I'm going to be using over and over and over again, I might want to actually save this as a template. And to do that, all I need to do is come up here by my title. You'll see this little 3-dot menu. I can click on that and I can save this list as a template and then create a description for it. Then once I create a new template, I can use that in any new project going forward and then assign that to, just make sure that that's assigned to the project. So that way my crew has the capability of looking at that to-do list. So basically when I get in here, and I'm on my mobile version now, If I want to jump into that to-do list as a crew member, I just need to click on to-do list, and then I can go ahead and click on my August to-do list. And if I check that west exterior and I haven't taken my photo, once again, must complete this task. So I'm just going to take that photo. And then that is added to the project when I click done. And then that is added also to the project timeline, just like it would be if they were taking the photo in the project specifically. So once again, really easy to create those to-do lists, easy to add those community to-do lists. And those community to-do lists are editable as well. So if you like the general outline of it and just want to make some tweaks, you can always change those directly once you have them added. All right, so let's go ahead and are there any questions over to-do lists so far?
Yes, we are responding now, but someone asked a question about not being able to access the community to-do list. So is manager in feature?
Yes, that's correct. Yep. So that is a manager and admin feature. The other thing that I will point out is that is not going to be available for you to add those as on the mobile version, excuse me. You will need to get those added on the web version. So you won't see that option anywhere on your phone. You'll just see this over here on the left-hand side. Once again, for right now, it's going to have that big yellow new button, and then just go in here and add those as necessary. Then you should be able to assign those to projects going forward once you have them added from the mobile end. So any additional questions? All right. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and we are going to move on to mobile reports and document uploads. So you are probably most all familiar with how to create reports on the web version. Earlier this year, and we've had this feature for quite a while, so you might already be familiar with it, but you can now create reports directly from your mobile version as well. So I'm in that same project right here, and easy enough, you'll just see that big reports button right there. If I click on that, all I need to do is just click on new report, and then I can either use an existing template. If I'm a premium user, you can create report templates, or if I'm a pro user, I can just create my new blank report here. And all I need to do, just create a title for it and then indicate how many photos per page I need. And once again, this is going to work pretty much exactly like it does on the web version. And then just click create report. So what it will let me do from here is just create that first section. So with section 1, I can just say, once again, we're going with that roofing kind of idea. We'll say exteriors, and then I can add or take photos. So I can add photos directly from my camera reel if I need to, or more likely, I'm going to use the photos I've already added to my project. So I'm just going to add the exterior photos I've taken once again, and then add those photos. And then you'll see that those 3 photos have been added. I can also add a section summary here. So if I need to indicate, these are exterior, I can do that. And then if you want, you can also use your text snippets. So your text snippets are mini templates that you can create. And if you just click on create new template, you can create a title for it, add your text. That way those are reusable in the future and you can just drop those into any future projects. So these are exterior. I'm going to save that section summary. And then once that is saved, I am going to go ahead and move on, and I can start adding descriptions to my photos here. So I can either just type that in or I can load from text. So you'll see here that you have the option to add from the actual photo description. So if you've already added a description as part of the photo when you were taking them, you can just drop that right in there and then click on save. So you also have the ability to, much like I was showing you with the section summaries, you can use text snippets. So if you have a saved snippet that you want to reuse over and over again, you can go ahead and just drop that in from your list right there. But I'm just going to once again use my descriptions here and then save that. All right. So I have all of those pulled in, and then I also have the ability, if I want, and I just want to load in all of those photo descriptions, or if I want to load in all the comments, I can just go here, load in all photo descriptions, and that'll just pull everything there. If you didn't see where that was, once again, that's that little 3-dot menu in the upper right-hand corner. And I can also reorder items, move items, delete sections from here as well. So once I'm done, I can go back, and if I need to, add a new section here, I'll just say interior. And once again, so on and so forth, just add those photos from my device here. Boom, and so on and so forth. So once that is ready, I can add a summary if I need to, do anything else that I need to there. And once I am done, I can share that report, and I can email that, or excuse me, text that out as a link or email that out if I need to. I also have the ability to view the report in the web, and this will let me view this and then share that out as well, or download it as a PDF directly from the web. So that is a quick and easy way to create reports out in the field. Once again, you can still create your reports on the desktop, super easy there, but another quick and easy way to do that. The other thing that we've added on mobile recently is the ability to upload documents. So you'll see down at the bottom here, you have the option for documents, and you can add documents here by either scanning the document using the document scanner, or you can add documents from device. And this will just pull up your files, and then you can add that document there. It will process that document, and then you have access to that going forward. So any questions over mobile reports or document uploads before we move on? Okay, in that case, let's jump over, and I am going to get back into my project here. We're going to do this on the web version. And you can now assign users. So assigning users will allow you to actually send and assign projects to users or groups directly. You can do this on both mobile and on web. You'll see over here on the web version, it's going to be on the right. You see that I've already added Sarah as a user. If I need to add more users, I just can click on this little pencil icon to add users, and then, or excuse me, to assign users, and then just click on this plus sign. I'm just going to assign Bree, and she is added there. Or I can go in, if I have groups I've already created that have everybody that needs to be assigned to this project, I can go ahead and add them by group as well. So once they are assigned, they cannot be removed. So just know that going forward, that you will have them continuously assigned to this project until, it will be a project by project basis. So you will need to manually add them per project. Also, only managers and admins will have the ability to assign users to projects. The other thing I will point out that is a new functionality is with the new permission sets. If you are a restricted user, you will only be able to see projects that you are assigned to. So if for those of you who are looking for a really quick and easy way to just have people only view things that you want them to see, you can add them as a restricted user and then assign them projects directly. They'll show up in their projects once they're ready. And then we'll go over to mobile here. And it's just as easy. You'll see right under the add project contact option, you have the ability to assign users, and same situation, just click on that plus sign. You can add them as a user or from a group there as well. You'll also see that the other thing that we have added recently is this add project contact option. So typically, previously, we would recommend that you use like the notepad to include the project contact information, their phone number, address, everything like that. We've actually created a section here for it, so you can dial and email and text directly out of CompanyCam. So you'll see right above that assign users, I have the add project contact. You can click on that. I'm just going to put myself here. And then my email address. And then we're just going to add that contact. So you'll see once we have that contact added, if I click on my name there, you'll see that we have all that information in there. And then I can text directly from CompanyCam, and it will kick me directly into my texts, or I can call or email directly from that project contact section. So that's going to make it a lot easier for you to actually be in contact with your main project contact, the owner of the property, the property manager, whoever you might need to be in contact with most consistently. One thing I will point out is you can only add one project contact per project at this time. So do just make sure it is the most reliable contact that you're needing to reach out to. You can always, if you need additional details, throw that in the notes section there as well. So any questions about assigning users or project contacts before we move on? And just from the from the web version, I'll just show you where that lives. You'll also see the option for project contacts here as well. So the contact info will show up in the upper right-hand corner. All right. Since it doesn't look like there are any questions there, I am going to go ahead and move on to showcases. So showcases are something we launched about 6 months ago. Basically, the idea behind showcases is if you are somebody who has a website where you're currently using a gallery and you're finding it cumbersome to manually upload those photos to your gallery, or you're not getting them uploaded quickly, or your customers are potentially not finding what they need in your gallery, the showcases are really going to take care of that for you, because they're essentially going to use your CompanyCam photos that you're already taking to market your business on your website. So these are going to allow your customers to search through those projects that you've had as what we call showcases by either the project type, the materials used, the location, and then really get granular with what they want to see. And then once again, it's just going to be a quick and easy install. You'll basically drop a line of code from CompanyCam on your website where you want that to appear, and then it can completely replace your gallery. So I'm just going to show you real quick. These are our friends at White Castle Roofing. This is their website. And you'll see down here, we have this showcase installed. So it's going to be essentially a searchable widget. And from here, if I want to just look at, say, commercial roofing projects that they have, I can go under my project type. I can look for commercial roofing, save, and then that'll pull up the project that they have labeled as such. And so I can jump in here, take a look at all of those photos that they've taken, and really have a sense of transparency with them as to what the project looks like, what they've done in the past. Take a look at exactly what I am looking for there. So it's going to make it really easy for your business to market based on that information. So what I would just need to do here, in order to add a showcase to my project, you'll need to go to the showcases section, and you'll see this install showcases widget. So this will give you the line of code that you need to drop on your website. You may need to talk to whoever manages your website for you, find out where that needs to go on the site. It's very easy for things like Squarespace and other kind of prefabricated site builders for you to just drop that in. But we also do have third-party installers contracted out through the end of the year that will help you get that installed if you need any assistance there as well. But once you get the actual widget installed, we'll go to our project here. And all you need to do is go up here and click on Showcase This Project in the upper right-hand corner. From there, you can change your cover photo if you need to. I'm just going to switch that there, confirm that. Select what type of project it is. So we'll say, this is a bathroom addition. Products used, we'll just say, so on and so forth. These are not great examples, obviously, plants. And then create a title for it. So, and then a description if you need to. And then what this will do is this will pre-select all of your photos, just because, once again, we do recommend full transparency with your customers. But if you have specific photos you don't want to include, you can just choose which ones you don't want to include there by clicking the choose to hide. So we'll just select this one, confirm, and then that one won't be seen on that project showcase. And then when I click create, they'll be published to that widget, and they will be able to view that and search for that project in there. So any questions about showcases before we move on? Once again, if you need any assistance getting that installed, you can always reach out to your customer success manager, and we'll show you the best way to get into contact with them at the end of the class here. All right. So if there are no questions there, let's go ahead and talk about CompanyCam Premium. So CompanyCam Premium, as I mentioned, is a new tier that we launched here within the last few months. This is going to have very advanced level features, once again, that are going to be great for marketing purposes. These are going to be great for walkthroughs. Just basically, if you are trying to create really exceptional content that you can either share with your clients or that you can share internally. This is going to be a really, really good option for you and your crew. So, excuse me. The very first feature we're going to kind of talk about today is video walkthroughs. So basically, this is going to allow you to simultaneously film your property that you're walking through in addition to yourself. So we all know that if you're doing a resto job, or if you are doing a sales job, or you're walking through a property, you might need to convey a little bit more information than a video or a photo is going to be able to. This is going to allow you to record yourself so you can explain this and have a more personal connection with the person that you're providing this information to. So once again, it's going to be great for sales walkthroughs, great for property management, really awesome for inspections, just so you can add some additional context there. So this is also going to be a great training tool. So if you ever need to show somebody, if you're working on something like a HVAC unit, you can walk them through it while also kind of demonstrating visually what they're going to be looking at. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how you can go ahead and turn on that. And once again, this is going to be for your premium level. So if you don't see this option, you may want to talk to your customer success manager about getting upgraded to premium. But all you need to do is just click on your camera here, and then we're just going to go to video first. And then on the very far right side where you can see, where you can zoom in, and I'm just taking video of Sarah right now accidentally, you can just click on this little kind of picture-in-picture icon right here. And so this is going to allow you to do your walkthrough of the property while demonstrating personally. And if you need that frame to change, just click on the little gear icon to the right, and you can change your frame position from there, or you can also change your frame style. So you can remove that border, or you can make that a square or a circle. Only confusing thing, I know that that frame style has 3 shapes. It is just a circle or a square that you have options there for. But once again, if you're needing to change that while you walk through the property, just to give a little bit more clarity of orientation, you can do that. And you have up to 10 minutes, and then that's going to save to your reel, just like it would your photos and your existing videos. So once again, just a really awesome tool to use to have a more direct connection with whom you're going to be working with. So if you do have any questions about that, feel free to throw them in the chat right now. Do you have one?
I do.
Okay.
What is the price difference between Pro and Premium?
Yep. So Pro is going to be $29 per user, as opposed to the $19 for Pro. And then trying to remember the math in my head, you get a discount for annual. Sarah, what's the discount for annual?
Yes, it's about 16%.
16% discount per year. So yeah, if you're wanting to lock that in for a year, your annual price will be 16%. Or excuse me, your annual price will be reduced by 16%. Any other questions about premium in general or walkthroughs specifically? Looking good? Okay, cool. Well, in that case, the other kind of big draw of premium is that you do have access to 4K video, and also your video duration is going to be up to 10 minutes. So if you are on premium, and that will not default to that immediately, you'll need to turn that on. So to do that, you'll see in the lower right-hand corner, you're going to have that little Head and Shoulders icon. These are going to be your personal settings. And then once you're on that page, just go up to this little gear in the upper right-hand corner. And then you'll see this camera preferences section. So if you click on that, you'll just need to make sure that that is turned for image quality to ultra. And then that is also turned to 4K video quality. One thing I will mention is with the ultra image quality and with the 4K video, there will be a slightly longer upload time, but it is not substantial at all. It might be just a few more seconds. Also, just depending on that video duration, if you are using that full 10 minutes, it might take a few more seconds to upload for you. So I did just want to make sure that you're aware of that, but that is where you can turn those features on if you are a premium user. So the other thing that you can do as a premium user, and we'll just jump into one of my photos right here. We'll just take a look at this very boardroom that we're in. We also have added stickers for your company logo. We're going to add that. So essentially you can create this watermark for your photo to not only advertise your business, but to ensure that it is select it as your actual company photo. So that way other people can't claim that their photo is your photo. So you'll see what I did there in my annotation features. I have this little kind of folded in sticker icon. If I click on that, the very first one should be your company logo. You also have all these additional stickers that are already available to you as a pro tier user. So all of the rest of you should see that as well. But once again, you can go ahead and select your company logo. And then once you're done, just click on that check mark and that will be added. And then you can save that. If you do not currently have your logo added, you'll just need to make sure you go to the web version over here. We are just going to, if you're an admin level user, you can add that image. And you'll see that you'll have your name right here. If you click on that, you'll just want to go down to company settings and then go to company logo. And this is where you can upload that logo. So you'll see here that mine did not have a border on it. That is because I did upload it as a PNG file, which basically creates that transparency in the background. If you do upload that as a JPEG image and it does have a white border on it, it will appear as such. So you may need to find a converter if you do need to remove that kind of background on there and just get that converted to a PNG file. Otherwise, it'll just show up exactly like your JPEG image will. But once you have that uploaded, and if you're a premium user, that'll be available to you. So any questions about that? Okay, we are quickly running out of time here. We're a little bit over, but we have one more thing to show you. So I'm just going to show you real quick our report templates. So I am just going to go back into my report. We'll just look at the report that we already created. And your reports are going to work exactly as they would previously. But if you like the bones of that report, so if it is something like a roofing tear off, or if you have a sales process that you want to actually just keep consistent from report to report, you can go into your report. And then if you go up to this manage button up here, this will give you the option to save as template. So what this will do, if you save this as a template, this will give you the option to name it. So, and then you can create a description. And then it will show you what that will all include. So once that's saved, I can go ahead and create new reports from template, just like you can with those to-do lists. This will allow you to save your personal settings that you've established here in terms of your photo count, your report title, your headers, all of that metadata, as well as the sections that you've created. And then if you want to add those section summaries on there, we do still allow you to just use snippets, so you can swap those out very quickly and easily. But the next time you get into a project and you want to use that project template, all you need to do is, we'll just go to reports, create a new report, and then use existing template. And you'll see that it's right there, and we can jump right in and it will have the bones of that. And all you need to essentially do is add your photos and then just add those section summaries as needed. So that is going to be an awesome opportunity for you to just really streamline your process, whatever that process may be that you're using reports for currently. So we are running out of time, but any last questions I can answer for anybody before we let you go? Okay, perfect. Well, in that case, if you do have any additional questions at any point, you can always reach out to your customer success manager. If you don't know who that is, you can always just email success@companycam.com, and then we'll get you directed accordingly from there. You can also always reach out to our support team if you have any questions, and that's going to be at support@companycam.com. Oh, it looks like we do have one last question. Yep, so that's going to be for premium, $29 per user. Once again, you get an annual discount of 16% if you want to go annual. And then for pro, that's $19 per user. So just a heads up, we are going to be adding a number of features to both the pro tier and the premium tier. So do keep your eyes open for updates on both of those. Both of them are great options. It's just kind of up to you as to if you need kind of the extra level there.
Does every user have to be
Yes, so it will be excuse me, I'm trying to think of the word right now. It will be a company-wide pricing tier. So basically, when you switch that over, it will be applied to all of your users going forward. So that is definitely something to think about when you are weighing, if you do want to add everybody on premium. And we do recommend, if you are going to be on premium, it is going to be about usage. So it's going to allow them access to those things that you are using as a premium user, including those 4K videos, those 10-minute videos, that ultra image quality. So if you want consistency there, we do recommend having that for all of your users. All right, any other questions?
Someone asked a question about adding notifications when someone uploads new pictures or videos, if this is something they're bringing to CompanyCam.
So that is definitely something that we are looking into in the future. We are kind of taking in data and taking in recommendations as we receive them, how we would want that to look. So as with anything, do make sure that you're keeping an eye on your email for updates. We do send out regular updates as to features that are coming down the pipeline, and also updates on the app that go out usually a couple times a month. So, all right, with that, I will close this down for questions just so we can all get out of here. We're a little bit over time, but I do appreciate you joining us. And once again, if you do have any questions, do reach out to your CSM. They'll be happy to help you with anything that you might need.